Oh, you're filming too?
Everybody's filming.
How you doing?
Hey guys.
Good
to see you, man.
Yeah.
Again, so good, man. So good that you're here. Remember this place?
Yeah. Look, you got a new monitor?
I got a new
I
monitor.
don't remember that. You got a bunch of new monitors.
Yeah, sit down a second here. How you doing?
I'm trying to stay afloat.
I know. Today I want to ask you a lot of questions that I've been, some that I have and a lot that I got from friends and fans. Some of them are really funny and some of them are really interesting. But I just wanted to start here because this is a place where you heard for the first time the music, and I just want to tell me what did you feel that moment when we heard that theme?
I'm blown away. I was like, I wasn't quite sure what to expect when we started working, and then, you know, you're always, sometimes when you're working with someone new, you're anticipating, am I going to like it? Am I not going to like it? It's so subjective. What's more subjective than music? And then we had this kind of like, almost like you tapped exactly into the thing I wanted without me even knowing exactly what I wanted. Maybe I should say you tapped into the story.
Yeah, really well. You know, I'm convinced that the power is really in the story, and that I did the music for a story, not for a video game. Certain point. Yeah, sure. And we're gonna move there pretty soon. I just wanted to remember a little bit what was when you just came here for the first time.
Well, I remember it's like, you know, one of the first time we had like an hour's worth of music or something.
Yeah.
And we just listened to so many tracks, and I remember Vanishing Grace was there.
Correct.
All Gone. Like so many now like iconic
Correct.
songs from the show.
This. So nervous too, you know.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's so unusual to use, you know, a Ron Rocco for a theme, like for a story like this. You know, I think I said, "Wow, man!" Or these flies, or
I assume when you wrote this, it started with the Ron Rocco.
Yes, absolutely. It was written in the Ron Rocco.
Yeah.
It came out of the Ron Rocco, and it came like this. You know, some pieces I work more.
And was it, so Ron Rocco was a foundation, and then the electric guitar was next?
All that came next. That's the orchestration, let's say, you know. But the thing.
How long did it take you from picking up the Ron Rocco until you had this?
2 weeks of heavy work.
Do you remember at all the previous versions or iterations of it?
Not really, because I had it very clear. You know, I knew I had this like sort of B section that we went through already, but then I knew I needed something that became more open because of the open spaces, and you know,
it's funny, like this music now makes me think. You know, people have watched the show.
Yes.
And there's like two complaints that people have now. It's like they wanted more. Some stuff felt rushed to them, which to me is like a compliment of like you leave them wanting more.
Yes.
But the other one is like not enough infected. They wanted more zombies in a zombie show.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the main theme, this is not horror.
No.
This is not the theme for like a zombie story.
But this is the moment that that has to do with their relationship, and the moment that actually they sort of found each other, and in a good place.
Like to me, there's like a sense of journey, of perseverance.
Yeah, it has the movement.
But horror is like not a big element of this. Maybe at the very beginning, how this thing starts.
Yes, with the bass harmonica.
But there's something very like beautiful and hopeful to this piece. And how much are you thinking about those themes?
Well, I've certainly in that section, you know, that middle section, I knew that I needed to counterpart this, which has, has like determination and I just think, I mean, it has this element of movement and as I said, determination. I felt that I needed something more open and more, not positive, not that the other is negative, but something that was felt positive, you know, because I didn't thought that the story was really about, you know, zombies and I mean, and that it was a somber, you know, story. On the contrary, I thought it was a story about relationships, and especially, I mean, once you become a father, I mean, you can connect to a lot of things. And I have, you know, 2 daughters, and I have a son too. But I have, you know, I think the thing between the man and the daughter, you know, it's something totally present there, you know. So I wanted to have all these elements, a little bit of the darkness that you can feel at the beginning when always some dissonance and stuff, and that bass harmonica. It's always like something haunting and you know, has that thing. But that was more thought, that middle section. But the other part just came out like this. You know, I love those, you know. Usually they happen in the morning. Yeah, absolutely. So why don't we move in and we can, and I can show you, we can see some of the instruments and stuff. I have some of the questions here. Okay, let's do it.